Joined by head coach James Franklin to preview the homecoming clash against Northwestern. Coach, when you look back at the film of the UMass game, obviously the running game's been talked about a lot, but what was the biggest thing that stood out about the running game on Saturday that you liked?
Well, I thought, obviously the running backs got all the credit, but I thought up front the O-line and the tight ends were coordinated. Thought they played hard, great pad level, things like that, which allowed us to be successful.
When you talk about the tight ends, obviously everybody sees the stats and how many catches they have, but how important is their job on the line?
Oh, very, very important. And I think they still got a lot of room for improvement. They're big, they're strong, they're physical, and we need them to be impact players in the run game.
When you look at the defensive side of the ball, a group that's gotten a lot of praise in terms of Mike Hall's play, Naeem Wortman, so on and so forth, but you named Naeem Player of the Week internally. What did you like about his game on Saturday?
Yeah, just overall, he's been real solid all year. I think he's really confident with his assignments and what he's doing. He's a physical player. I mean, he really is. I think that's one of the things that he brings to the game that maybe we don't really get from Mike or Bell, is he's a big, strong, physical player, but athletic. So we've gotten a lot of production out of him.
You're back home again this weekend against Northwestern. Big Ten game, first Big Ten game at home. When you look at Northwestern's offense on tape, what do you see from Trevor Siemian and that group?
Well, I think one of the things that's going to be huge is they're a no-huddle tempo team. So, being able to make it extremely loud in here and make it difficult for them to communicate is going to be really important. They got a really good scheme. They got a veteran quarterback. They got a veteran staff. They've been together for a long time. So it'll be a challenge. They got two young tailbacks that are playing well for them right now, and they're starting to build some confidence.
When you have a no-huddle team that you're preparing for, how important is communication on the field for the players on defense?
Well, it's the communication is always important, but it's just everything is magnified when you're playing a no-huddle team because you're going to have less time to do it. So that's what we have to get done. We got to get the plays in fast. You're going to be more simplistic in the way you call the games because you can't get all those things coordinated. And then we got to make sure everybody's on the same page. And that showed up a few times actually last week where we weren't all on the same page at corner or safety or linebacker at safety, and we got to be coordinated.
How about the Northwestern defense, a veteran group? What do you see from them?
Big, strong, physical. We got some guys that are stepping up right now and making plays for them. It's going to be a challenge. They don't do a whole lot. They're probably a lot like us, maybe a little bit less pressure. But they play really, really sound, tough, hard-nosed Big Ten football. You've
talked about Sam Ficken being as consistent of a guy on the team as anybody. When he's putting the ball through the end zone on the kickoffs like he did last week, 8 out of the 9 kicks were touchbacks. How critical is that for special teams?
Huge adjustment. What we just have to be careful is that we don't fall asleep in our coverage and just assume that Fick's going to kick it out of the end zone every time. But that's been big for us. That's basically taking returners out of the game.
What's your overall evaluation of special teams now you have 4 games to look at in terms of tape?
I think we've been solid. I think we've been really solid. We need to make more plays. We gave up the 1 block punt, which luckily our defense was able to make sure that wasn't too costly on us. But we've been solid. I'd like us to be a little bit more consistent. I'd like us to find a way to make some plays.
Your keys to the game on Saturday against Northwestern?
Same as they are every week. It's about execution. It's about us. We're going to be focused on Northwestern, but essentially it always comes down to us. And then more than that, we're going to have to protect the football like we do every week we talk about. We're going to have to win the penalty battle. Those things are going to be huge.
When you look at the home crowd 2 weeks in a row, what are you expecting from the group this weekend?
Well, we need them. We need the crowd more than ever this week with playing a no-huddle tempo team, 107,000 family reunion, and we need to make it really, really difficult on them communication-wise.
Coach, good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.